everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this video, instead of just being on my TikTok like it usually is going to be on all my platforms, so you can find it in the longer form content platform, also in the picture channel platform under Super Comic Panda as well. And this is just going to be my 2025 year plan for going into it basically. So let me change the background. So I am trying to mess around with more editing, as you saw in the beginning, and just trying to get that more fine-tuned. But basically, this video is not about that. It's about what's behind me. So let's get into it. Also, before I forget, Happy New Year to everybody watching, and hopefully 2025 treats you well, and hopefully it's your year, as I'm planning to make it my year. So let's get into it. So basically, first thing on the list, there's 15 things. First one is lose 48 pounds. That's about 2 pounds a month, which I think is feasible, and I think it's a healthy amount to kind of lose. If I lose more, that's fine. If I lose less, that's fine, as long as I lose something. As long as I'm not like the same weight now as I was last year. So 48 pounds to go. If I go more or less, as long as it's not like too much, you know, like if I go and I only lose like 1 pound, okay, that's too much. Or if I go and I lose like 70 pounds, that's way too much. So, you know, within reason, that's the goal for me to hit. Next one's Read Philosophy and Other Books Daily. I should say Other Books Daily, but it just says others. But basically, I used to have a reading log that I started, I think, in 2021. Just keeping track of all the books I was reading and finishing. And this time around, last year I kind of stopped doing that. Although I did make the log, I didn't keep it updated, and I was kind of sparse with what I was reading. Wasn't reading a lot, but I want to get more. I want to get back into reading and read more than I had years before or prior. And I already made the reading log for this year. And basically the way it's going to work is going to be 4 categories. It's going to be philosophy, it's going to be fiction, it's going to be nonfiction, and it's going to be audiobooks. Okay, so just real quick for the audiobook, I'm reading a book I read last year called Anxious People. I just put it up here real quick, by Frederick Buckman, I believe. Really good book. 100% recommended to anybody who wants just like a really good story told. The nonfiction book, or the philosophy book actually, let's go with that. The philosophy book is Hume, an essay concerning human understanding. For the fiction book, it's called Hunger of Gods. That's I'm blinking, and I just started it too. Oh, it's a sequel to Shadow of Gods. I'll post them both right here. But it's a sequel from Shadow of Gods, Hunger of Gods. I'm really enjoying the story so far. So that's that's the fiction book. And for the nonfiction, I don't have one yet. But if you have anything you think I might find of interest, drop it in the comment. If not, I think I might end up reading this one book. What was it called? I think it's Buddhism. A book on Buddhism. I think I already have it downloaded. It's the Teachings of Buddha. So I might just end up reading that for my nonfiction. And yeah, that's it for that one. It went a little longer, but man, we're getting through the list. So next one, Meditate Daily. That one just basically, I'm going to start at 5 minutes in the morning meditating, and every week after I'm going to add a minute. So next week is going to be 6 minutes, and so forth till I hit 15 minutes in the mornings. Gonna stop right there. I won't go any more than 15 minutes every morning. And then once I hit 15 minutes every morning, I'm going to go 5 minutes in the night, and then just work my way up weekly right there, as well to 15 minutes every night. And then I'll be 15 minutes mornings and nights. And that's just going to be a routine I'm going to set myself for this year. So the next one is Eat Healthier. So right there, I do know that kind of goes hand in hand. If you're eating healthy, you lose the weight. However, you could lose weight without eating healthy kind of thing. Like, from my understanding, as long as you're in a caloric deficit, you'll lose the weight. So if you eat hot Cheetos every day, as long as you're in a caloric deficit, you'll lose weight, but you just won't be healthy. It'll be a lot more problems. So it's just, for me, eating more vegetables and fruits and more greens basically into my diet, is incorporating it more. And yeah, that should be it for it. So the next one is just learn more words from the books I read. So basically how I like to do it is, whenever I read a book, I can't really do it with audiobooks, but when I do read a book or I read it on my Kindle, I'll rather highlight a word I don't know or circle it. And then I'll look up the definition, and then I'll put it into a flashcard app I have on my phone, and I'll learn new words like that. Again, I haven't done that for a while. I'm going to get back into doing that and just learning more words just to expand my vocabulary. Next one, stream more. So this one I haven't streamed since I think November. So it's been about 2 months or so since the last stream. Gonna get back into it with there's gonna be solo streams. I'm thinking of streaming Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm finally getting to pass right now. And streams with friends such as Call of Duty, and right now we're playing Marvel's Rivals, so you'll probably see us streaming that. next week. I'm thinking of getting back into it. So the first stream should be next week, but if not, you could just follow me on the Threads app or the Butterfly. I forgot. Is it called Butterfly or the Butterfly app, which is like the knockoff of Twitter, to get the actual dates, like once I'm going to stream that. But that's for my streaming. So the next one is complete one podcast every month. So I have about, I think, 6 episodes on my Spotify podcast channel, Super Comedy Podcast. I'm going to get back into it. And the next episode is going to be an update episode of where I'm taking the podcast for 2025. So if you're interested, go ahead and look out for that. It should be dropping January 31st. So I already have it in mind. I'm going to start recording soon, and it should be dropping then, of the topics and stuff I'm going to be doing for this year for that podcast. So feel free to drop me a listen there. The next one is work on manga. So this one I've been wanting to do for a while. So me and my younger brother are going to work on this idea I had for a while already, and he's going to draw it, and I'm going to tell the story basically. So I think the first thing we're going to do is work on the one shot. It's going to get published. Not expecting too much from this, but it's just something, I just want to get something out. And that's the purpose of that manga. So I'm super excited. I kind of already have the story, how it's going to end, how it's going to start. I just gotta figure out the middle. But he told me a good way to get some eyes on it is to do a one shot. So I'm going to be working on that with him. And by the end of this year, I at least want, well, the one shot for sure is going to be coming out. I'm going to try to get it out before June, if not sooner. Just giving me some time because I have other stuff doing, more pressing. But basically by June, I want to get the one shot out, and the first arc of it, I want to have it out by the end of the year. So that's the manga wise. Next, Super Comedy Reactions. This one I might do with friends, but most likely I'm going to end up doing it with my siblings. We were already talking about it for a while, and it's going to be called Super Comedy Reactions, and we're going to be doing Squid Games, I think, to begin with, because I haven't seen it, and they told me I really should. So we'll probably do that, as well as Studio Ghibli films, which we haven't really seen many of them, so we'll probably just binge them all. And right there, I'm still trying to figure out how to upload it to YouTube and stuff, because it's very meticulous, like how YouTube allows reaction videos to get uploaded. From what I think I got 2. It took way too long, and they were just like anime episodes, and it took me like a couple hours to get them finally uploaded. So doing a whole movie, a whole series, the editing is gonna be a nightmare, but we'll get to it. So look out for that also in the longer form content channel. Alright, so the next one is my longer form content channel, and right here it's just going to be what you would find on my TikTok page, just longer form, and maybe some different things. So it's going to be revolving around fitness, gaming, anime, and manga. So basically, I am going to be posting my clips there that you see on my TikTok, but I'll probably also do gaming reviews, manga reviews, maybe even book reviews since I'm getting more into reading. We'll see about that, but for sure gaming and manga reviews are going to be posted on there, and my monthly vlogs of my weight loss journey or my fitness journey. So that's what you can find there, and that's what I'm going to start, because I have like, I think, no videos on there, and I'm going to start building it up right now, or this year. Alright, the next 2 are just more fitness stuff, and that's just want to do 50 push-ups by the end of the year, and I want to do 10 pull-ups by the end of the year. For push-ups, I think I could do 1.5 push-ups so far. I want to try and nail 50. And pull-ups, I could do 0, but I'm going to try to nail 10 by the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes. Super excited to try that. We're almost to the end, but the next one is fit into a size 36 pants. Again, most of this list is kind of weight loss centric, but regardless, I remember I used to fit into a 36 pants. Now I fit into a 38. And that was like, I think 5 to 7 years ago when I fit to the 36 pants. So I still have those pants. I never threw them out because those are my goal, to fit back into them. And by the end of the year, I would like to fit back into them. Also, I got a couple I got like half of my wardrobe. Like half of my wardrobe is XLs and larges. And the larges, but I remember I used to fit into them. So I want to get back into fitting into them at the end of the year. So that's the goal to hit. Next, learn Ocarina. I think I have to, I get my Ocarina. I've been wanting to learn it for a couple years already. Last year, I stopped pushing it actually. Last year I stopped pushing to try to learn it. Life did get busy. Lost my job, gained a new one, so it was just like a little bit of like a mix and stuff. But I'm tired of excuses, so I'm gonna find an excuse to play it instead of an excuse to not learn it. So there goes with that. I'm gonna learn the tabs, and I might even learn more other instruments. But for right now, it's just gonna be Ocarina. Again, I'm gonna learn the tabs and maybe a few songs. And that does it for that. Okay, so the next one is learn new recipes, and I'll probably post it on TikTok as well, but on my longer form channel, I'll post me trying to learn new recipes or attempting to learn them, and you could just follow me there for that as well. And that's it for this video. Well, not for this video, but for this list. I got a couple more things to say, but 2025, these are my plans. A couple life updates as well. So if you stay to this far, thank you. But a couple life updates. Basically, I don't know how far I'm going to get down this list, or if I'm going to get any of it. Remember, this is just a goal to try to hit. And I do have other things that take priority over this list. And that's basically, I am going back to school to be a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher right now, and I've been enjoying it a lot. I did get accepted to school to do what I'm always wanted to do, and that's teach. And I do want to teach history, but more importantly, I like to teach philosophy. That's why I want to get back into reading philosophy, to try to, like, once I finally become a philosophy / history teacher, I don't forget what I've learned in the university, because I did get my bachelor's in philosophy. So I have a general understanding of philosophy, but I want to get deeper into it and just start getting that philosophy gears turning in my head once again. So that's the plan. It is going to get very busy because I am going to be working full time, and I am going to be going to school full time with all the other classes and all the work. I am going to be vlogging my return to school though. So you could definitely look out for that video in my longer form content. I'll probably do it month by once, and just how it is, because I am 30 years old already, returning to school to get the credential. I know a lot of people think that after a certain age, it's too late to return to school for anything. I'm here to tell you it's not. Just keep pushing, never stop trying. And I'm going back to get my credential and finally get the job I always wanted. Ever since I was in high school, I'll probably do another video, or maybe in the vlogs I'll explain more of why I want to be a teacher. But I remember ever since high school, I think even before that, I think ever since elementary school, I kind of wanted to be a teacher. I just never knew what kind. And then, I got into philosophy. I'm like, this is the teacher I want to be. So it is going to be very busy. I am going to try to get through this list in the back. But even if I get through like half of it, I'll consider that a win, as long as I finish strong for my credential school stuff. However, just because I know I might not succeed in completing this list doesn't mean I'm not going to give it 100% going for it. All that means is whatever I fail gets moved on to next year, and I'll try again. Because the only true failure is when you stop trying, and I'm not done trying. So no matter how many times I fail, I'm going to keep trying every single time. Or how about this? No matter how many times I fall short of my goal, I'll keep trying, because I'll never fall short of my expectations. And my expectations are to give everything I do 100% and even more. So that does it for this video. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful 2025. Again, Happy New Year's. And until the next one, this is y'all.